the National Tenants Union of Ghana has criticized the New Patriotic Party's 2024 manifesto, citing repeated broken promises and recycled proposals that fail to address the country's housing deficit. Despite numerous government initiatives, affordable housing projects remain financially inaccessible to the average Ghanaian. ChannelOne News' Shiba Arba-Benin has more in this report.
Housing in Ghana has always been a pressing issue for many Ghanaians, and is no surprise given the country's housing deficit of approximately 1.8 million. Despite efforts by successive governments to bridge this gap through affordable housing projects in areas such as Saglemi, Adenta, and Asokore Mampong, the challenge persists. The main issue is that these so-called affordable houses are often out of reach for the average Ghanaian, leaving many of these homes vacant. For example, the yet-to-be-built affordable housing units in Pokwase are allegedly priced between $13,800 and $42,500.
Take $34,000 for 2 bedrooms in Pokwase. You don't take 3 bedrooms for 42,000. Convert 42,000 times 15 cities. And it's a shame.
Once you are speaking in dollars, you think you are going away from a lot of people in here in Accra.
And don't charge in dollars whilst you are in Ghana.
Contrary to popular belief, the head of estate development at the State Housing Company disputed the prices of the homes in Pokwase.
We needed that stability that the USD affords, right, to be able to do the negotiations and come to some kind of solutions to the challenges of the fluctuations that we currently have.
He argues that affordability is subjective and depends on individual budgets and preferences.
So it's relative, right? And we understand that we build for all Ghanaians. So there are different income levels, right? We may have a 4-bedroom house, story building house. That may not necessarily be affordable to a young graduate, all right, or somebody who's just started out in life, right? But it may be affordable to a director that has been working for the last 20, 30 years, right? A bank manager that has been working, or a businessman that is doing very well in their business. It may be affordable to them. But understanding that it may not be affordable to the young graduate who probably just came out of school 2-3 years ago and is on their first job, right? And that's why we have a 2-bedroom house that might solve that problem for the young person, or a 1-bedroom apartment that might solve that problem for the young person.
As the elections approach, the narrative remains unchanged, with the NPP flag bearers Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia making promises to ease the cost of living, particularly in the housing sector.
Also, the National Rental Assistance Scheme, which has worked so well with thousands of beneficiaries, will be enhanced to deal with the problem of the demands of rent advance of 2 years or more. We will also ensure a variety of accommodation types to meet different pockets.
However, these promises have faced backlash from the National Tenants Union, which views them as recycled pledges that would likely go unfulfilled.
Unfortunately, the manifesto is not speaking to that. We were expecting that, because there's a shortage of housing, we have 1.8 million housing deficit, that we have about a shortage of housing. We were expecting that at least we can get, let's say, 100,000 houses within the 4 years. That is more specific. Okay, Ashanti region, we can give you 5,000, and that's on record. Greater Accra, 30,000 or 20,000. Then we can put it together. We are sure that by the end of Bawumia's time, we have 100,000 houses built. Because they want to run away, they won't be specific. They are trying to shift the blame to the private man.
Another proposed solution, the National Rental Assistance Scheme, launched by Dr. Bawumia, which aimed to help Ghanaians with rent advances, has also received criticism from the public.
What did the National Rental Assistance Scheme and brought conditions where 95 to 98% of people cannot benefit? How? Because before you can benefit, you must be doing like formal job. They can deduct you monthly because it's a new policy that they don't want to lose any money. Meaning that the informal sector, the market woman in the market, the carpenter, the mason, and the informal sector, people who are selling tomatoes and onions, they are still making life. So what are you trying to insinuate?
And I will be also tax. I want to manage my phone when I'm mom. Now yes, your tax no more so. Yeah, mom, when yes, your tax, the tax, coin.
Many in Jehon. I can't no cause all no man boy in na nka yɛn nso yɛ nkɔpa sɛ obi bɛda kwan ho na obi bakɔtena obi fie na yɛtu no yayaaya.
So, what exactly is the best solution for truly affordable housing for the average Ghanaian?
I will also have a major focus on the provision of public housing in the same manner that Singapore did.
What he's doing, if he's given the chance to do it, gives us options. And that for me is going to be key. If the government is opening up, if he's going to borrow your words, the Singaporean way, and using government lands in good places, locations, right, to be able to develop these units and then make it such that different options in terms of income brackets will be able to afford different units, then that's the best way we can go.
Meanwhile, the National Tenants Union is advocating for the passage of the rent bill to alleviate the current housing stress on Ghanaians.
I urge Parliament to pass the bill before they rise in the next 2 months. If not, all tenants will vote against their MPs because their MP has been they are giving money to rent and they feel comfortable. So if you have an MP and your MP is not thinking of passing the rent bill, 2 months, first reading, second reading, last reading to pass it. If they don't do it and they recess, it means that they don't have you at interest. Therefore, vote against them.
Can you afford your rent, or can you even afford to think of buying a house in Ghana? Affordable housing projects and other housing solutions by political parties appeared to be the panacea to the housing deficit here in the country. But as elections draw closer, many tenants and regular Ghanaians are now calling on political parties and politicians to provide actual affordable houses. Reporting for Channel One News, my name is Sheba Arba Benin.